Hey guys, I'm the Sky Spire, and welcome back to some more Mother 4 news. Now, before we begin, there is a huge bit of news that I need to tell you guys, and it regards the whole format of these updates that we've been getting for quite a while in this amazing fan game. Steadily, we've been getting an update every 2 weeks or so, saying something new about Mother 4, whatever they're working on, or some new animations, some new quirks, gameplay elements. We've been getting that through these steady updates, and it's been amazing. It made our inner hype just want to explode and go crazy. Except they're doing something a little different now. As you can see, we've always been getting these every 2 weeks, but now we have something different, and this is part of the reason on why I decided not to make a Mother 4 news in a long time, because I was used to just like making one every time these guys came out. But then we have update on the update, and then we have update on the update 2. So I was confused. I was like, okay, I think this is just, yeah, update on how they're going to update. I didn't think it mattered to me, or I guess I didn't think I should cover it. But considering how long it's been, and I guess now this is the new thing, and they have actually talked about some new stuff, very subtly though, I'm going to be covering it now. So, here we go. So first off, before we get into the new information, update on the update. We're booked with stuff outside the game, so we're going to have to move our usual... Oh, also, this was a long time ago, yeah. We're going to have to move our... Don't worry, guys, I'm not that... There are still stuff I want to talk about, though, which is a little bit more recent, so don't worry, guys. But anyways, we're going to have to move our usual blog post to next week, and then we have this right here. So we're going to put out a small Father's Day update about Leo since he's in his 30s, and he's probably the only dad-aged member of the team, but wound up stumbling into more scheduling problems. This kind of got us thinking and talking about the nature of our updates. Since the intention of this update process is to both provide content for you and accountability for us, pushing late updates isn't the best way to achieve either of those goals. Earlier we announced the nature of them to be what we're working on right now, but we wound up pushing for more and more content in each update and fell back into the previous style again. Over the following weeks we'll be changing gears back to a smaller, more frequent, not quite scheduled update format, because whatever reasons may come up, it's never a good scene when you folks are left waiting for the show to start. And to complement that, we have a little gif of Leo just drinking at a sort of bar place. Just, he doesn't know, he's just drinking his sorrows away. So it was at this point that where I was like, oh geez, we got a new format of update. I don't know how I'm going to cover it now. And I'm not even sure what the title is going to be. I don't know how I'm going to regard this update, but we'll see. So if we come up here, we see something really nice. Keeping posted. I guess I'll just call it update number 19, but yeah. We have keeping posted right here, and what this is it talks about the saving function. So Bellring is a bit unique. It has a post office where you can learn about how to save. When you save, you use a postcard. It shows up on the file select, so it's easy to tell where you are at a glance. Postcards are being designed by Wayhall, who's... Sorry, is a username, whose illustrations have been on previous updates, and Pastel. First, Wayhall paints them, and then Pastel makes a spray. It goes like this. So, for example, whenever you're on the file select screen, or whenever you save your game, it's going to have a little thumbnail of the area that you're in. A little, cute little picture. So for example, we have Bellring right here. We put it into a more pixelated format, and then a nice little animation of postcard coming into an envelope, sealing, and good. And somebody on Twitter a while ago actually made a sort of animation of how this would look. Like you have an envelope, and it looked very clean. I liked it a lot. But then, if we would come up here, work continues on animating and piecing scenes together. Max and Pick are doing a real bang-up job in pushing these efforts forward. The team's even been keeping in touch during connection blackouts, so feedback and work can happen simultaneously no matter what. Even if it means resorting to critique aimed at cell phone pics. So, I mean, hey, it just goes to show you, like, hey, they're working on this stuff, like, no matter what's going on, man. But that last post made us realize something a little later than we should have. People, at least in the USA, don't usually put postcards in envelopes, do they? And I guess that's true. Like, people usually just send them. Like, it's been a while since I've really seen the whole postcard envelope thing. And while the idea of you know, just using a postcard, which, as you can see from this GIF, is what they're going to do now. They're just going to have a postcard. To be honest, I've always liked the idea of putting a postcard in an envelope and sending that over, you know, because that just has a bit more of a homely feel to it, a bit more personal feel, just putting your little touch on it. But you know what? If the Mother series' whole thing is taking place in a sort of contemporary American setting, then I guess we're going to go for what's what's normal for at least people in the USA. So they don't have play ads anymore either. So we're gonna turn it around and oh, somebody like freaking again, somebody what am I trying to say? Corrected me on my on how I said this words, and I already forgot what the pronunciation was, so I'm so sorry. I've been calling it play ads, and I'm usually really good with pronunciation, but I'm sorry, I don't remember. You might notice the postcard itself looks different too. Wayhall took the feedback we got with regards to style and detail and ran with it. Compare the sprite to the source material. We think we translated it better this time too. So I mean, this right here is the a similar picture. Bellring's hilltop chapel is still a landmark, of course, and I think I already forgot what it originally was. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Before it was like a little house with a little cross-looking thing on top. So now it's I like this. I really like this right here, though. Because, I mean, Bellring being, like, the first little... that always pops up, no matter what I do. This computer's gone to crap. I'm getting a new computer, though. Even though, like, Bellring is the first area of the game, so it has a nice little, peaceful, sacred feel to it. So I like this. I like this right now. This right here. And here's a converted graphic, which is going to be the postcard, longer, so it's going to be like a postcard. With these changes, it's never been more fun to write home, so don't forget to do it. And, I mean, honestly, yeah, at first I was a little bit skeptical with the whole thing, because I like the more homely feel of putting the postcard into the envelope, but you know what, this kind of makes sense. Just, you know, just having a postcard that you get, you go to a post office, which is the place that you save, go there, get a postcard, save. Now, what I want to bring up is the fact that you save at a post office. So in Mother, I forgot how it worked in Mother 1, but in Mother 2, you could save, or in Earthbound, you can save whenever you made it to a phone. And you didn't have a cell phone, you only had a receiver phone. But whenever you made it to a town or a city or any place with a phone, you could use it and call your dad, and your dad would save the game for you. Okay, that works. The one issue with that was the fact that you would have to you could only really save in major towns, and I mean, that's kind of why, like, the routes in between towns can be a little tricky. Like, you want to make sure you don't have anything going wrong in places like Peaceful Rest Valley or something like that. You don't want to get lost or get super low there, because you can only really save in towns. Mother 3 did something amazing, and Mother 3, oh my god, I can't ramble enough about how much I love the game. This game did something different. You had save frogs who were roaming around the world, and you would talk to them, they would save your game for you. Just talk to the save frog, and they're frogs, so you can find them literally anywhere. You find one early in the game when you are just like right outside your house. You find one in the very industrialized Murasaki Forest, I believe. You find one just like in the factory-like area, just roaming around. And you find one at the core of the earth. So these guys are everywhere, making, like, as if it was like a Paper Mario game, just putting save blocks anywhere where you're going to fight a boss or something. These save frogs are just littered around. And I like that idea, just having to, you get to an important part of the game, and then you have a frog just bouncing around. You talk to him, he's like, "Rabbit, you want to shave?" And you want to shave? And, I like that a bit more than Mother 2's whole thing, because Earthbound did have the, you only really could, it basically made it so you could only save in towns. Now, what I'm worried about is if Mother 4 will do this as well, because you get these postcards that let you save from post offices, which you find in towns. And I'm not sure how that'll work. I mean, maybe it's that you, just buy postcards from the post offices, and then you can just have them in your inventory, and then whenever you want, you can save. Because I'm not, if we're going back to that original, the Earthbound's whole thing, I'm not sure. I mean, nowadays, a lot of people just play Earthbound through the Virtual Console or on emulation, so you have save states and restore points. So I guess that's not a problem anymore, but if we're talking about Mother 4, that's a bit different. So I'm not sure how I feel about all that. But hopefully they're pretty nice about it. Especially if we look back at the map of Pleiades that they showed us a long time ago, that map seemed to have like a lot of walking distance between towns. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But I guess that all comes down to the difficulty of the game and how much you're gonna want to be grinding, how bad the difficulty spikes are gonna be. It's all gonna come down to that. And honestly, I mean, if the game doesn't turn out to be like balls-tastically difficult, which I don't think it should be, then we should be fine. Saving won't be too bad of an issue. But I just want to make sure. But yeah, so I think that's, for the most part, that's pretty much the main news that they've given us. The sad thing is they did this all the way back on July 17th and it's August 19th now. So I'm sorry guys that I haven't updated you guys I should have done this a month ago. I've been distracted by way too many things. But they haven't updated us in forever, and I believe their Twitter is still active. But I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Hopefully they'll give us another update, and if they do, I'll be sure to let you guys know on the day now. We know how these update formats work. And of course, if they're feeling conflicted with how their format is, then okay, that makes sense. But whenever they come out with a new update, I will make sure on the day to tell you guys about it, because I am one of the most hyped people for Mother 4 right now, at least in my little area. So I will be sure to let you guys know on anything that happens regarding this game. So guys, oh god, I'm hyped. Alright guys, so make sure as always to like, comment, and subscribe for more on Mother 4 and all of the things Nintendo. Next time, hopefully they give us a new update and I'll be sure to hype out about it. Make sure to tell me about what you think about the whole saving function as well. I'm the Sky Spire, and until then.